Let's start with, what does Richard mean to you?
Richard is the original heart of our WUTC station. Um, at first, when I came, he was kind of an enigma because whenever we had meetings, for some reason, they were scheduled when he was working and on air. So it took a little while for me to get to meet him and know him. And I realized that he cares very deeply about the station, and he really feels that our station is a connector with the community, and that our purpose is to serve the university and its students, and to serve Chattanooga and the region around us. And he's so passionate with his cool English accent about talking to you about why it's important that we do these things, that that's why he's the heart to me, because he brings that passion into all these conversations, and it's infectious, and it definitely helped build the vision that I want to carry through for the station in the future.
Can you recall a moment where Richard introduced you to a piece of music or an artist that profoundly impacted you?
I don't think I have one specific time that there was a piece of music that I heard from Richard, but I will say that I have listened to the station much longer than I've worked for the station. And as you know, I'm terrible with names, but I would tell people, oh, I heard this English guy playing a song on the radio. And it's been years of me having that same conversation with people about music that he's been playing that's been impactful. He has a really unique way of weaving in unexpected things with things that you've probably heard before. So you'll hear a new piece of music, and then next you might hear the Beatles, or you might hear some soundtrack that you heard 20 years ago. And then he talks about why they're related and what the significance in music is for those two things. So I wouldn't say there's just one aha moment. It's been a lifetime of, that makes sense, which is pretty cool.
What is Richard's legacy that he will leave behind at WUTC and beyond?
Richard leaves behind the legacy of service. I think that he was willing to put in a lot of effort to build something really unique and interesting at our station and in our community. He always has had live musicians and authors and community members coming in and talking on his show and sharing their art and craft and what they're passionate about. And that is that's an incredible gift to the people that have heard him during the years, and that's something that I will always hold dear.
How has Richard's interviewing style influenced your perception of storytelling on the radio?
Oh, that is a good question. So Richard is a storyteller by trade, and I absolutely love listening to him interview people, because he just did an interview recently with Kevin Kinney, and he took a little bit of time at the interview beginning to talk with Kevin about what was important to him and about his experiences in Chattanooga and the way he wrote and built his music. And by the end of the interview, it was like they had been friends for an eternity, because Richard took time to get to know things about Kevin before the interview. And then that led to a beautiful transition of Richard talking about his own experiences with that music or with that style or with those shows that Kevin had done, and then build that into this ability to ask questions that people feel comfortable opening up to and answering questions that other people might not ask. Sometimes there's like the subtle nod question where Richard tells a story and then he leaves kind of an open-ended question at the end of it. And then people just share a lot with him. And it's beautiful and intimate and forthcoming. I love it. I really do. And I would strive to be able to interview people the way Richard does. It's exquisite. It's a friendship building sort of interview.